What we have here is a brand new camera system from YESKAMO, not too sure. But I used the brand before and it is very reliable, it is very good. And the difference with this particular system is that the media player unit, the unit itself, is not just filming of course from the camera and transferring it to a monitor, but it has an inbuilt monitor as well. So it's possible to use it as a standalone type of system, which is absolutely brilliant and is quite unusual. This is the only brand that I've seen that is able to do that. Cameras also are very high resolution, 1.3 megapixel each, they are all wireless. The resolution of the camera is 1280 by 960, so I'm actually quite excited about it. Also comes already with a 1 terabyte hard drive. We will check the quality of the hard drive. As I said, I've used this brand before and I know that they use top quality equipment, so I'm quite sure that the hard drive should be also a very high quality one. Going through the box, we have several sub boxes. I assume that is the main unit. These are most likely all the cameras. Of course, we will go through all of them. Let's start by opening one and making sure, yeah, of course, there we go. So these are the cameras itself. As you can see, they have the power connector. Of course, the adapters will be in there. And also we have a network system if you want to attach it to a network. But as I said, these are all wireless cameras. The way that they are adjusted, brilliant, okay? The way that they are adjusted is actually my favorite way, which is just done through a single nut. So you position the camera in the position that you want, and once you tighten this nut, it will keep the camera on the predisposed position. There we go. So now the camera is in that position. Just to move it, you loosen it, move it to whatever position you wanted, and again, tighten it up again, and there we go. Cameras are, as I said before, very high quality, very high resolution, and as you can see, they also use a 3 LED system, which I actually prefer because it means that the quality of these LED lights is far superior to the one that got several little LEDs. Those are a bit of an older type of generation. This is the new, more up to standard generation. You also have all the characteristics of the cameras written there. As I said, they are 1280 by 960, so picture quality, this should be absolutely stunning. Going very quickly through this, and then we'll go a bit more into details. You got the other cameras there, of course, there we go. So the 4 cameras in here, I would expect it to be all the aerials, fantastic, yeah, all the aerials, adapters and everything else. So we got all the antennas, all the aerials for the camera. We have connectors, these are used to protect the cables in the rain and everything else. We have all the screws to be able to attach the cameras onto the wall or whatever you need to. Stickers to comply with the law. We have a high power aerial, so if we have a camera that is quite far from the main unit, we can actually attach it to this, and looking at the length of the cable, we probably have a 1.5 2 meter cable as well. And that is a very high power cable, so high power antenna, so the signal will be stronger than to the main unit. Power adapters, British plug, and these are all for the cameras. Of course, we have the 4 adapters in there. In a second I will take everything out. Network cable, this is to attach the main unit to the router, so we can put everything online, because of course this unit can be attached to a monitor. As I said, it should have also a monitor already on the unit, but the other option is also, or the other possibility is also to have everything online, so from whichever location in the world you are, you can actually control the cameras just through your phone. There will be a little app to download, and then you can control everything through the phone. We have a set of instructions here. This seems to be quite comprehensive. Yeah, quite good. You also have already the QR codes to scan for the app that we need to download. And this is the unit. Fantastic. It looks good. The size is brilliant. And as you can see, the top part is actually an LCD screen that can be turned around and moved about. Let me get everything out of the boxes, a bit cleared out. This is the adapter for that. There is a mouse already included. So yeah, let me get everything out, and then we'll take a few pictures and we'll test everything by plugging it in. So these are all the components. We have the 4 cameras, 4 power adapters, all with British plugs. In here, as I said, we have everything else that we need to attach the cameras to the wall and to cover the cables. To put the aerials in is nice and easy. You just screw it onto the camera directly. And the same will work with regards of the high power antenna, which I mentioned before. Just screws in exactly the same way to the camera. You can then position the area where you want, and it has a magnetic backing as well, so you can actually either position it directly onto a metal surface, or otherwise this is a sticky pad underneath. You can attach this to a wall or something and then attach the area onto it. The main thing anyway, the thing that I'm very excited about it, is this particular unit. It comes with an LCD monitor. Now we need to take off all the plastic and everything else. I'll do that in a second, but it does come nice and protected throughout. And the general layout of the unit is quite typical of this system. So you got the network cable to attach it to a router, HDMI to go to a monitor, USB for a mouse, and actually there is another USB on the front. Can be fully tilted, can be adjusted in whichever position you want. I will probably open up the unit first so we can see also the quality of the hard drive. I always want to make sure that it's a good quality hard drive. In particular with this system is important, and the hard drive is good quality because it needs to maintain the data onto for a very long time. Sometimes it needs to re-record over itself, so it's got to be a good quality hard drive. I just attached the machine to a television, so HDMI cable to the TV, network cable to my router, the mouse is attached, and the only thing that I haven't attached yet is the power cable. I thought of doing this with you so we can actually see directly what happens as soon as it's connected. Let me also put the television onto the correct channel for this, so it will be, in my case, the HDMI 1 channel I put it on. The cameras, I put the cameras all around the house, however I haven't turned them on yet. As you can see already, you have exactly the same screen on both of them. I was saying I haven't turned the cameras on yet because I want to see with you guys what happens as soon as I power them on. So I'm going to wait for the system to fully boot up. Once we have the system on, I'm going to turn on the camera, so I will leave you alone for a few minutes. There we go. So we are ready to go. I'm going to turn on the cameras so you can see if the system picks them up. In theory, it should pick up all the cameras automatically as a plug and play scenario. So give me a second, I'm just going to go around and turn them on. Okay, right, so sorry for keeping you waiting. There we go, the cameras are coming on very nicely and you can see everything on the screen already. I've positioned the cameras a bit everywhere around the house. So we got the ground floor over here, a window on the other side. This is inside a dark cabinet. I wanted to see what happened in total darkness. Okay, so I managed to scan this code onto my phone. Sorry, my phone wasn't exactly overly responsive. I'm now downloading the app, then it's connected with the camera system. Because the brilliant thing of this system is that apart from, of course, having the system on the cameras and the television, and by the way, the quality of the camera, I don't know if you can see it, but it's absolutely stunning. I will zoom in a second as well. And also you have, of course, this system where you can see it directly from the unit, which is incredibly handy because you don't actually need a television. But apart from all of that, you also have the ability of seeing the cameras directly through your phone. So I've downloaded the app. I chose local at the start instead of logging in because I haven't put any passwords or anything in. I can then go on to this, and I think all I will need to do is scanning the cloud point over there, which is done. And yes, there we go. So there we go, guys. We have again all the 4 cameras. I don't know if I'm able to show you. From all the 3 screens, we have the main television, my phone, and the camera system, the screen on the unit itself. And we have all the cameras already working and set up. The setup system is incredibly easy, in fairness. The seller is right in saying that it's all plug and play and automatic. The quality of the camera is very, very good too. And of course, you have a lot of sub-menu where you can change absolutely everything from the camera. The system setup also gives you a full insight of the information, the recording divided by week, divided by the channel and everything else. Also further options here to go back onto different times and everything else. So yeah, the system is absolutely stunning. It just requires a bit of playing about with it. And another thing that you can do is remove in certain areas where you don't want the camera to be triggered with. For example, you take this plant over here. What I could do is asking to the system to ignore any movement on this side, so the camera will focus mostly on this area and spot and start recording any movement that is up here, avoiding to waste footage space and everything else onto this. So that's the quality of the cameras that we have with the selectable camera. So we can also confirm that every single camera is 1280 by 960, which is very high quality rate for this type of system, and that's why all the cameras are so clear anyway. Actually, guys, one little note that I want to make. The quality of the camera was stunning before, is even better now, because I realized that I was using it to the wrong resolution of my television. So the system was working still fine, the cameras were good, but make sure you're using this system connected to the right resolution of the screen. So on system setup, there is screen setup, and my television is not a full HD one, even if it's a 32 inches, it's not a full HD television. So once I put it to the right resolution, I did press apply and the system restarted. And the quality is even sharper than it was originally. The characteristics are absolutely amazing. It is full plug and play, so everything gets connected automatically, everything works straight away, the app is fine. This system with the monitor on the unit is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love that. It's an absolutely fantastic system, very well designed, very well put together. I can just recommend it.